Hello to my true comic book readers out there, Mike from Frontline here, and welcome to my comic review of a DC comic book from Rebirth. It's another new week where all the new comic books come out today. And speaking of new comic books that come out today, this comic book, which came out today, I'll be reviewing digitally, as you can see from the title, Green Arrow, issue number 7. And this is Sins of the Mother Part 2. And before I get into this comic book, I want to let you guys know that there will be spoilers. So if you don't want to know what happened in this comic book, stop the video right now, put in your watch later file, buy the comic book, read it, and then come back to this video to hear my thoughts about the comic book. Or if you want to hear what did happen in this issue, it will be in this video, but there will be spoilers. So just letting you guys know that, because I'm going to get into this comic book right now. So, from what happened in the last issue, Amiko was caught by these people that had guns to her, and we don't know who they are until we find out in this issue. So before we get into that, start off with Seattle 1 year ago, where Green Arrow and Amiko were fighting crime. And here's some preview artwork. Artwork is drawn phenomenally. As of all the issues I've read thus far, this is awesome artwork. And as Green Arrow and Amiko were fighting crime, Green Arrow was feeling very strange. And he couldn't shoot his arrow straight. And what was affecting him was the wristwatch, which was said in the last issue and which Amiko gave to him. And from the watch was William Tachman's voice recording of saying, if you're hearing this recording, your sister has betrayed you. And the reason why he's going after Green Arrow was because he wanted to be an engineer, and his father got in the way of that by firing him and ruining his career. So he gives him an ultimatum that I want my first $1 million. So the thing is that if you remove your watch, your heart will stop beating, and as well as disobeying him, his heart will stop beating. And he has not much time to actually give him the first $1 million. So then it goes back to Tokyo now, where Amiko meets up with this person that says that your grandfather lost me a great deal of money and honorably killed himself. Her mother Shado inherited his death, and so has Amiko herself. And the person that Amiko was talking to is the dragon. And the dragon just says that he has come up for a challenge for her, as from who she fought from last issue. And she wants her to be in a fight and everything. And more is said, so if you want to find out what happened in this comic book, you can read more about that. So, with this fight, there is one great champion. And he asks her, what does she hope to gain from this? And Amiko says, my mother's freedom. For that. And then as the setup is going to happen, goes back to Seattle 1 year ago, where Oliver Queen meets up with William Tachman. And William Tachman was having a great feeling that he was going to meet him. So with that, things don't turn out so well, because he has set up something engineered for Oliver Queen, and something really painful. And he says, give me the passcodes to your accounts, and I will stop this from killing you and cutting you in half. So Amiko actually comes to save the day by having a pacemaker on her heart, which controls your pulse in your heart. And he tells him that I have a vest with a C4 and it's a detonator tied to her heart rate, and all she says is to let my brother go, because if her heart stops, his will as well. So he gives her the wind-up key until he lets her brother go, and thus she does. So that was a really smart strategy that Amiko did for Oliver Queen. But I'm just saying, I'm being confused, because it's like Amiko betrayed him before, and then she did, and then she's back on his side. So it was like a back and forth thing. I mean, that's just what I noticed from reading the past issues. But that's just me, in my opinion. So with that, Amiko is fighting a great champion, and that is the dragon himself. And no pun intended, this was like a heated battle against the dragon that Amiko was fighting against, and Shado was actually there, and she's saying, I could have begged for your life, Amiko, with all this. And what Shado didn't know was that Amiko was not fighting for herself, it was for her mother, which Amiko did say. Then the mother had a change of mind of saving Amiko from this battle, and I thought that it was a really nice thing that she actually did for Amiko, because after hearing that someone did something for you, you know, you would want to do something back to say thank you. So she's just saying that she's going to be going on a mission somewhere, that she needs to, there's a shrine that she must go to, and I liked how there was a nice mother-daughter moment right there. And then over here is like saying, you know, that my family's far from perfect. In fact, it's perversely screwed up, but it's mine, and I'm going to claim it and defend it. And she says, I'm coming, Ollie. To be continued. The next issue, which says Island of Scars. So, does that mean it's going to go back to the island? I don't know. Or maybe it might go into another part and then back to the island, but I'm not sure where it's going to go. But this issue was really amazing. Rating give for this is between a 4.5 to 5 out of 5 star rating. Artwork was phenomenally awesome, as well as the story, which was really interesting to read. And I'm really enjoying Green Arrow from 7 issues straight, and I highly recommend you guys check out this comic book because it's really great. Even though some may not like it and some may like it, in my opinion, I really like this comic book, and if you want to read this comic book, you pick it up, and if not, then you won't. Up to you guys. But I highly recommend it. So with that, everybody, that's my comic review of Green Arrow, issue number 7. Before I go, don't forget to check out the source of ComicFrontline.com, Zone4Pockets.com, and our YouTube gaming channel, Frontline Gaming Zone, the #1 source for comic and gaming news, views, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button so that way you'll be in your subscription box. You'll know what videos we upload daily, including stuff that we cover from DC Rebirth, as well as all videos that are uploaded daily. And also, leave your comments below, or wherever the comment box is shown nowadays, of any questions you have. Do you like this comic book? Do you not like this comic book, and why? And anything else you have, even predictions of what might happen in the next issue. All are welcome, as well as your opinions, because everybody has a right to their opinion, and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. So to all my true comic book readers, Mike from Comic Frontline saying take care, enjoy your new comic books today, and also don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.